So today we're going to look about the benefits of being in Christ from Philippians 2. If there be therefore any consolation in Christ, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies. So what is it we find here in Christ? We find consolation, we find comfort, we find solace in Christ. And so Paul tells the Philippians some things that he finds, some places that he finds comfort in Christ. And what a blessing to us today to be able to understand. Because we are in Christ, we have these blessings. What's he say? If any comfort of love, we know that we have the love of God. We know that we have the love of Jesus Christ. And because we understand we have the love of Jesus and the love of God, that gives us comfort. Next, we see that Paul says, if any fellowship of the Spirit. And so not only do we have the love of the God and the love of God the Father and the love of the Son, but we know we have the fellowship of the Spirit, that the Spirit is going to be with us. What a blessing to know. What comforts us is the knowledge of the Spirit. And then he says, if any bowels and mercies, we know the mercy of God is going to be with us because we are in Christ. And so as we walk through this world and we face the difficulties of this world, we can know that we have the blessings of the mercy of God with us because we are in Christ. Later on in the book of Philippians, Paul tells the Philippians, for we are their circumcision, which worship God in the Spirit and rejoice in Christ and have no confidence in the flesh. So what else is there that we have a benefit of having Christ or being in Christ? We rejoice in Him. We rejoice in Him because we can worship Him in the Spirit, and we can rejoice in Him because we know we don't have to depend upon the flesh. We're not going to rejoice in the flesh. We're going to rejoice that we're in Christ, and because we're in Christ, we can truly rejoice. Because we can look at this world with victory, because we know that our home is sure and secure in Christ Jesus. We rejoice and can truly rejoice. So many people in this world, they have no reason to rejoice. They struggle with happiness because happiness is, a lot of people are unhappy because happiness has to do with their circumstances. And if you ask them about joy, they have very little joy. But we are in Christ. We can rejoice in all things because our joy is not based upon our circumstances. Our joy is based upon being in Christ. And so we can rejoice because we're in Christ. And today I want to encourage you to do the same. So many blessings of being in Christ. And I pray this little study of being in Christ is bringing joy to your heart today.